Hello, good morning, my dear boys. This is Rabuni Mojumdar, your English second paper instructor. So, boys, welcome back to my class again. From today, I am going to start my regular class, and my today's topic is sentence. Boys, before starting the class, I would like to say that you must have two copies. Okay, in your CWO copy, you will write each and everything that I am going to teach you today, and in your HWO copy, you will do the HW only, and this is same for every day. Okay, you have to write each and everything in your CWO copy, and in your HWO copy you will write only the HWs. Okay, so boys, today we are going to learn lots of things about sentence. That's why you have to get ready, take out your necessary accessories, and let's go for our today's class. So first of all, you have to know what is a sentence. A group of words that are used to express a thought and that make sense is called a sentence. Boys, you need not memorize it, but you have to understand it that for being a sentence, there must be a group of words that are used to express a thought, and that words should make sense. Okay. Now, here are more information about a sentence. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamatory mark. So for being a sentence, you have to go for these punctuation marks. That means there should be a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence, then at the end of a sentence there can be a full stop, there can be a question mark, or an exclamatory mark. It depends on the sentence. Okay, then a sentence must have a verb in it. You cannot frame a sentence without a verb. So boys, you know what is a verb. A verb shows action work. Okay, so without a verb you cannot make a sentence. Example, here you can see that I have written subject and a verb combination. So without a verb you cannot make a sentence. That's why I am going to give you this example. The example is, you put the book here. So in this sentence you can see that you is the subject and put is the verb. You is the subject because you know the subject of a sentence is a person or thing that is being discussed. Okay, so we are discussing about you, that's why you is the subject here, and you know that verb always shows the action work and put is the action work here. That's why put is the verb here. So without a verb you cannot make a sentence. Okay, so boys, you have to write each and everything in your CWO copy. Actually you need not memorize these things. That means what is a sentence, or a sentence always begins with a capital letter, or a sentence must have a verb in it. You just have to remember them. Okay, you just have to understand what is a sentence and what should be in a sentence. Okay, now I am going to show you what is complete thought. Look at this example. Okay, to am going school I. You can see that there are words, but these words are not showing a complete thought because these words are not arranged rightly. Okay, so you can see in the next picture I have shown you that I am going to school. So in this picture you can see that, and in this sentence is correct because this sentence is written in the right order. Okay, so when there is some words but these are not written in the right order and these are not showing a complete thought, that will not be a sentence. For being a sentence, the sentence must show a complete thought. Okay, I am going to school, that is indication that this boy is going to the school, and by by reading this sentence you have come to know that this boy is going to school. That means this sentence is showing a complete thought. So for being a sentence, this sentence must show a complete thought. Okay, so there is another information about sentence. When we speak, read or write, we make use of complete sentence. This is very simple because without making complete sentence, you cannot express your thinking. Okay, if I say like, to am going school I, this is not a complete sentence, and by this sentence you cannot show your complete thought. Okay, so when we speak, read or write, we make use of complete sentence. So this is the picture of speaking, this is a picture of read, and this is the picture of writing. And for all these functions you have to use the complete sentences. Boys, you have to write it in your CW copy. I am again saying. Now example, again there is an example of complete thought. You can see that blue sky is the. So if I say like this sentence doesn't show the complete thought, and if I write like this, the sky is blue, now we can see that this sentence is showing a complete thought. So we will take this sentence, not this sentence. Okay, so for being a sentence there should be a complete thought, there should be a verb, and at the end there should be a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark, depends on the meaning of the sentence. Now I am going to show you how many kinds of sentences are here. Okay, there are 4 types of sentences. First one, assertive sentence. Second one, interrogative sentence. Third, exclamatory sentence. And the last one is imperative sentence. Boys, in your book there are 4 kinds of sentence, but there is another kind of sentence, that is optative sentence. I am going to include it later. First of all, learn these 4 types of sentences. Okay. So, first of all, we are going to read assertive sentence. A sentence that asserts or declares something is called an assertive or declarative sentence. So, boys, the another name of assertive sentence is declarative sentence. An assertive or declarative sentence always ends with a full stop. So, what is an assertive sentence? A sentence that asserts or declares something is called an assertive or declarative sentence. An assertive sentence or declarative sentence always ends with a full stop. So this is a formal information about assertive sentence. Okay, this is a formal definition. Now there are some examples about assertive sentence. Examples: the books are neatly arranged in the library. So you can see that in this picture the books are arranged neatly in the library. So what is the definition, boys? Assertive sentence asserts or declares something. So this is an information, there is an information given for assertive sentence. I am going to show you something more. So you have to remember in short that declarative sentence or assertive sentence tell information. Okay, this is in short about assertive sentence. So if you can't memorize these definition, okay, this is a formal definition and it is difficult to memorize also. And if you just want to memorize what is assertive sentence, you can remember this, that an assertive or declarative sentence tell us information. Okay, so now I am going to show you these pictures. The books are neatly arranged in the library. So here is the information about the books and the library. So assertive sentence tells us information. Okay, then Tina has an excellent collection of rare stamps. So this is an information about Tina and her stamps. So this sentence is giving us information, that's why this is an assertive sentence. Okay, then number 3, a group of dolphins is called a pod. So this information is about the dolphins, that's why this is an assertive sentence. So you have to remember that an assertive sentence always give us information. Okay, now there are more examples. A dog is man's best friend. So there is an information about a dog and a relationship between a man, that's why this is an assertive sentence. Okay, then the sandwich is very tasty. So this information about this sandwich, that's why this is an assertive sentence. Then she is a beautiful girl. This information is about this beautiful girl, that's why this is an assertive sentence. Okay, now boys, I am going to show you more, that is assertive sentences can give 2 types of statements, positive statement and negative statement. So it doesn't actually assertive sentence doesn't show always positive sentences like this. The sandwich is very tasty. It can be the sandwich is not very tasty. Okay, so the assertive sentence can tell us 2 types of information, positive information and also negative information. In this sentence I can also write she is not a beautiful girl. So you can see that assertive sentence gives us two types of information, positive information and also negative information. So both are for assertive sentence. Okay, so here I have written another example, that is I can swim in the river. So this is a positive statement. Okay, then this is about the ability that he can swim in the river, and this is a positive sense. Okay, then negative, I cannot swim in the river. So this is about also ability, he cannot swim in the river. This is a negative quality, so you have to remember that. An assertive sentence tell us the information, and it also gives us positive information and also negative information. So you have to remember this always, boys. Assertive sentence gives us information, positive an assertive sentence also gives us information, two types of information, like positive information and also negative information. Okay, now boys, there is a HW for you from your book, page number 88A. Okay, so you have to do this in your HW copy. You have to copy the sentences, and beside the sentence you have to find out which one is the positive sentence and which one is the negative sentence. This is very easy when there will be no or not with a sentence, that means with a verb. You have to understand that that is a negative sentence, and when there is no, not or no, you have to understand that that is a positive sentence. Okay, then I am going for interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. So interrogative sentence identification is very easy. There will be asking a question, and there will be always a question mark. Okay, so examples are, why is the baby crying? So there is a question mark, and by seeing this question mark you have to understand that this is an interrogative sentence. When will you return from your vacations? There is another question mark, that means this is an interrogative sentence. Then, have all the cows returned to the shed? There is another question mark. So these all are interrogative sentence. So for interrogative sentence you have to remember that interrogative sentence always ask a question. Okay, examples, who are you? Where is my book? How are you? Will you be my friend? So these all are interrogative sentences, and that ends with a question mark. So when you will find a question mark, that will be definitely an interrogative sentence. Then imperative sentence, a sentence that expresses a command, order, request or suggestion is called an imperative sentence. So boys, you have to memorize this. An imperative sentence always expresses a command, order, request or suggestion is called an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence ends with a full stop. So assertive sentence and imperative sentence ends with a full stop, but an imperative sentence gives command, order, request or suggestion. Okay, but assertive sentence only gives us information. Examples, sit down quietly. Okay, so this is an order. You can see by this picture that that man is telling this boy, sit down quietly. So by reading this sentence we have come to know that this is an order. Okay, then please lend me your book. So by please you have to understand that this is a request. So when we request someone we always use this please. Okay, then let's play a game. Okay, so what is let's play a game? There is a offer. Okay, so when there is a offer, order or request, you have to understand that this is an imperative sentence. There are more examples. So for imperative sentence you have to remember that it gives us command or ask for request. Okay, so examples, not only these information boys, you have to memorize these information, command, order, request or suggestion. Okay, these you have to memorize these four things: command, order, request or suggestion. Okay, now there are more examples. Put the key in the drawer. This is an order. Wait for me. This is a request. Please leave your footwear outside. This is a request. Okay, so wait for me boys, you can see that there is an exclamation mark Okay, actually we do not use exclamation mark in an imperative sentence, but when you were saying someone earnestly something, then there will be an exclamation mark, but this is very rare. Okay, you can just skip this example. Okay, so for imperative sentence you have to remember that gives us